Times are tough, and there's no doubt financial obligations are putting a real strain on families these days. So here's a question to consider. Is the economy killing fatherhood? You've got more dads out of work, working overtime to make ends meet, and we're talking this morning with author and advocate Tom Watson about your book, Man's Shoes, The Journey to Becoming a Better Man, Husband, and Father. You wrote this as a journal to your sons.
I did write it for a journal. I had a stroke, and I was worried that who was going to tell the boys who their dad was and what his journey was. And some of the lessons that I've learned, you know, they always say that if you've had a stroke, there's a potentiality for another deadly stroke. And so I wrote them a journal, and it's turned into a book.
And speaking from experience, as a father of 3 boys, you wanted to leave them with a very important message about what it is to be a man.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of need a memorandum on that these days because there are so many challenges for fatherhood.
You know, being a father's been challenging forever, just like being a mom is challenging. But these times with the economics of our countries the way they are, being a dad, I think we're being stretched so far, traveling for work and looking through a global workplace to find work, that our home lives are probably struggling even more than they were before.
You notice that as a dad that oftentimes you'd be bringing work home, they're running around growing up, and then you blink and it's like, what have you missed out on? And
you don't realize how short that period of time that you have your children at home and how much you influence how they grow and mature. And so for me, it's one of those things where I really got hit hard in the head that actually I was spending more time building a business than I was building children.
You've learned a lot about family, to appreciate it even more so because you were orphaned as a child and bounced through 13 different foster homes. And that really changed you in many ways. Yeah,
that left you know, a scarring on me that made me realize how important the mother and father's role are in the child. I really wanted to be a better father than my own birth father was to me.
So the best advice for parents, for dads out there in particular, would be?
Best advice is be there. Take care of your responsibility and do it with a joyful heart. Sometimes we say, I have to go do this, I have to spend time. And what I say to people is share time with your kids. It's the most important thing. It's a different way of thinking about it. Be joyful that you have children. You're a lucky guy.
And I love some of the advice that you have there. Schedule time. A little time is better than no time. And don't make too big of elaborate of plans. But Tom Watson, thanks so much for sharing your time with us this morning. And if you want to hear more of his story, we posted a link on our morning show webpage to his book on KPHO.com. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.